And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. An exciting show lined up. We really do. You know what else is exciting? If you download the Hashpack wallet and you look at that seal coin, HTS, it's up at $8. I remember when it was like, I forgot how much, in like 50 cents or whatever it was. I looked at my Hashpack wallet. I cannot believe how much that seal HTS is worth right now. I mean, I'm telling you, man, that shit, wow. It's amazing. Truly amazing. When these, I'm telling you what, the only thing I care about price is when it's cheap, because that's when I buy. I know, we all know, if you watch Crypto Hulk Show, you know where this goes. I personally like the fact right now that crypto's really cheap on the most part, because that just means I'm stacking up. Because when this sucker takes off, it's going to be amazing. Secret squirrel. Hey, Stu, how you like that secret squirrel reference? Stu Lavelle is always like, and a secret squirrel telling me or told me. So that stuck in my head. I'll tell you what, I had somebody, I have a member. His name is Dimitri. His English, he do not speak well. And my Russian is horrible. So it makes me and Dimitri, right? We meet in the middle, you know? So trying to understand Dimitri and his English, lack of English skills, and my zero ability to speak Russian, we make a great business team. So Dimitri calls me and he says, hey, I've got friend of relative cousin. And he told me that in Belarus, they have a crypto that's made. The crypto is made and engineered in Belarus, in Minsk. I'm like, what? And it's going to take over very soon. He said, the president of Belarus just announced. He told me the president of Belarus he gave instructions to all the banks in Belarus to start using cryptocurrency. And I'm like, what? So I go on the news and I check it out and I'm like, son of a bitch, this Russian guy's right. They're going. Now, this is what he's telling me. I don't know who this person is. I'm just relaying a story that he told you that seems to make sense to me. And I looked up the information that this guy's telling me. This Russian told me that there is the president of Belarus is ordering the banks to all get on a cryptocurrency system and let it loose right now. Now, Belarus is more the Russian kind of, you know, Ukraine and Belarus and Russia are all fighting and stuff, and the whole world's kind of wondering what the hell is going to happen. So he's telling me that they're getting ready to do something to set off crypto, and that there's a crypto company, Scopuly, what is it? Scopuly. The crypto company Scopuly is out of Belarus, meaning it came from Belarus, and they're running on the Stellar platform. And as I'm listening to this guy, I'm like, what? So if he wasn't telling me all that, all he was telling me was that there's a cryptocurrency that's going to take off. The epicenter of crypto is going to start in Belarus, because the president just gave the banks the green light. He said this to the whole, so the whole world could hear. It wasn't behind closed doors. The president, we're going to go over this article. We are going over the article today the president of Belarus just ordered the banks to start running crypto. And I'm like, no. I said, dude, like, do you know Zoltar? Have you been hanging out with my buddy? Because how the fuck are you so high? Tell me all this shit right now. He's like, I tell you, it's truth. The president of Belarus gave an order. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, I know what crypto they're probably going to use. And I'm like, okay, look, am I on candid camera or something? Well, I looked up the guy's story, and son of a bitch, it's starting to sound pretty good. I don't know about his government ties and stuff like that, but he does have family there, family, friends, or family or friends of cousins. I don't know, whatever it was. But I looked into what this dude was telling me, and there is this company that's running on Stellar. So it's the people's crypto, and comes out of Minsk. So the guy was kind of right with part of his information, at least. I don't know where he got it from, but it's definitely something you're going to want to look at and have some kind of access to. Let's put it like that. My name's Crypto Hawk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. No, I don't. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know anything. Yeah. Everything on the show's a lie. I don't deep dive anything. Trust me, I just make it all up. I don't study it all for this show. I just have people that hand stuff to me and I just read it off. This show is the biggest fraud on the internet. Don't watch a single thing I say or talk about, and everything. Your life will be perfect and great, and you'll be a millionaire. If you avoid this channel, everyone watching will be a billionaire if you don't watch the show. All right. First 5 people: Stephen Morris, Brian Edwards, Mr. OG, Lester, Goanna, XRP. Those are the first 5. Let me skip through and... Well, we got Gordon Logan. Hey, Hulk, still here after all this time. 36 months. Wow. That's pretty amazing. I just got notified that I'm having a YT birthday of 9 years. So this particular YT channel that I have, I guess, has been on for 9 years as of yesterday or today. Now, I haven't been doing Crypto Hawk that long, only 5 years. But I was like, wow, time kind of flies, you know? So Gordon Logan's been here for 3 years. Wow. Hey, Hulk, I just want to say thanks for everything. Wow, right on, man. Let me just look at these comments real quick. I know a Russian who knows a Russian. Happy birthday, says Maggie Madness. So what you do, if you choose, is you go to the Apple store on an Apple phone and you type in Lobster, Lobstr. You'll see a wallet. A wallet. Boy, Jave, want to see the wallet. Crypto Hulk, I want to see the wallet. This shit's too easy. Even a fucking monkey could buy this crypto. You go to your phone and you type in Lobster. Here's how complicated it is. I know this shit's tough. This is tough for some of y'all. And then you see something that looks like Lobster. Oh, shit. Then you download it. You push the download button. You got that? Or should I start off from the beginning again? If it's too tough, let me know. You download the Lobster wallet. Yes. And the Lobster wallet is that one right there where it, son of a bitch, Crypto Hulk, it says Lobster. Then you go there and you just do what the buttons say if you want, and you buy XLM, which is Stellar. Now, I know I'm throwing a lot at you. And then once you buy the XLM, you find SCOP. That's Sam, Charlie, Ocean, Paul. And then you buy that. You fucking swap that shit and get it. Okay? So there you go. Now, I know that shit was... You might have to watch the replay about 10 times on that one to understand it. I know. It's a really tough decision you have to make if you want to get this crypto. All right. Now we're going to do is read the news article about Belarus. This is very interesting. It's Crypto She-Hulk. It's LOBSTR, not ER. There's no E in lobster. Not in this lobster wallet, because somebody might put an E on there and, well, download the wrong wallet because there was an E. There's no E in this particular lobster wallet. It's LOBSTR. All righty then. Let's go to the article right here. I'm going to show you something. Where did that article go? Oh, here we go. I'm going to show you something, everybody, that I think can potentially be very massive. Let me go to the copy paste for you. I want you to see what's going on. There is something being set up. I don't know what, but something's being set up. Belarus, that's a country that's fighting with, it's in between Russia and the Ukraine, and Ukraine's trying to take control of Belarus. Russia says Belarus is theirs. I don't know. I'm not getting mixed up in this. I got enough problems of my own. Belarus banks are ordered. Let me repeat this. This is not an option. Belarus banks ordered, like giving an order. It's not an option. Belarus banks ordered to adopt crypto and tokenization. Both. You heard it right. It's not like, yeah, we're looking into crypto. No, it's not. We're looking into it. The banks are ordered to adopt crypto, and that's usage, buying and selling and all that, and tokenization. I was like, when I read this article, I'm like, that Russian dude is totally right. Whatever the fuck he was telling about his cousin's brother's such and such works for the Ministry of something, I don't know. The Ministry of Finance. I forgot what the fuck he was saying. It was hard to understand his accent. But I read the article. I'm like, son of a bitch, this guy's right. Okay. Belarus president has ordered. Wow. I've never heard this before in a government. They're ordering the banks. Yeah, that's what we're reading here, Jim. Belarus president has ordered commercial banks to expand digital assets in payments. Oh, they are not shy, kissing on the first date, bumping uglies by the end of it, okay? Hoo-wee. The president gives his order as the country attempts to skirt Western restrictions. Oh my God, Crypto Hog. I think this is what's going to set off the crypto storm. Whoa, better bring your umbrella and your rubbers. Now, rubbers go over your boots and stuff, or your shoes. I'm not talking about the prophylactic rubbers, you sick fucks. I'm talking about rubbers. You used to put them on your shoes when you go into the rain. Those are rubbers. We got some perverted people on this show. President Lukashenko said tokenization can cut intermediaries out, automate deals, and boost user control. Whoa, sounds like that Janet Jackson album called Control. Belarus has seen 1.7 billion in crypto payments this year, with 3 billion by the end of the year. They're going to be making crypto payments in this little tiny country. Russia-aligned states like Kyrgyzstan have shown similar sanction drive patterns. Everybody, I'm just letting you know, I think this crypto is going to be the chosen one. I don't know for certain. Maybe there's a lot of people at the party, but it is running on Stellar, and it is out. This crypto, SCOP, is out of Belarus. Let's think about this. The president orders the banks, crypto payments and shit, and that we're going to get away from Western punishment, and he wants people to use the crypto for payments. And Belarus just happens to have a crypto company called Scopuly, and the crypto is called SCOP. I wonder if they're going to use that crypto, Hulk. Well, gee, I don't know. What do you think? Let us continue, folks. Today, cryptocurrency-based transactions are more active than ever, and their role in facilitating payments is growing. Lushenko said in a meeting held on Tuesday with officials from the country's national bank, including heads of the country's top commercial banks. External payments through exchanges have racked up $1.7 billion the first year, going for 3. He also discussed tokenization for the financial sector, which he said could help. Tokenization could help minimize the presence of intermediaries. That's like if I were to send you money in some of these countries, it goes from one person, like the bank, to the finance company, to the holding company, to this. By the time you send $1, your friend only gets like maybe 60 cents, because everybody along the way takes out their portion for sending this, their portion for sending that. The president's like, let's get rid of all the intermediaries. Let's get rid of all the intermediaries as much as we can. Let's use crypto. And it's not an option. You're ordered to do it. I'm like, wow, this is big. They're going to minimize the presence of intermediaries. They're going to automate transactions through smart contracts and enhance user control over assets. The head of the state later urged the country's banks to expand the use of digital assets, framing it as a response to sanctions and a way to sustain external payments. Are you hearing me right now? The government president is telling us we're going to get around punishment from Europe and the United States, and we're going to find a new way to send money overseas. That is pretty interesting. See, they're going to sustain external payments. You know what an external payment is? When you send it out of country. They can't do that right now with the current banking system. So the president is showing them another way to get around being punished. The president is showing that country how to not use the SWIFT system. Oh boy, Crypto Hulk, this is really going to set it off. Oh yeah. Today's show is very, very interesting. Might want to share it with a friend. Digitalization here is not for the sake of digitalization, but for real economic effect. Belarus is moved to double down on digital assets comes as no surprise, as it may seek a similar shift to Russia's approach. Uh-oh, everybody. It looks like it's getting hot in her. Russia has executed legislated sanction evasions and has already developed a ruble-backed stablecoin. Yes, it's called Z-Payment. I'm going to go over that in a minute. Ripple Labs went into Russia in 2014. I'm the only channel showing this. I've been showing this for 3 years. It's called Z-Payment. It's a crypto system. Russia has had it since January of 2014. Ripple got involved with Russia in 2014. No other channel will tell you this because these people have no fucking clue. This all begins to make sense now, doesn't it? The same guy, Jed McCaleb, who helped make XRP, also made stellar. That same Ripple in 2014 went into Russia, hooked them up with a digital ruble CBDC. They tested it on a platform called Z Payment. I'll show you all the evidence here in just a minute. Now, skirting sanctions. The push in Minsk, M-I-N-S-K, that's the capital. That is where Scopuly, which is the crypto SCOP, comes out of. SCOP comes out of Minsk. We're reading an article right here about Minsk. What a coincidence. Crypto Hulk, are they really going to use this crypto? I don't know. What do you think? The crypto's out of Minsk. It was made out of Minsk. Minsk, Belarus. And now we're seeing that this push is coming. The push is coming from the president out of the city of Minsk, exactly where this crypto built on Stellar is made. You're telling me they're not going to use this crypto to set all this stuff off? Okay, special kind of stupid, I guess. I could give you the evidence, and you won't even see it. The push in Minsk comes after other Moscow-aligned states face similar scrutiny, with reports detailing how Russian entities have exploited Kazakhstan's crypto industry to skirt sanctions. The company's crypto industry, which barely existed before, has grown rapidly. So Belarus and all these little countries around it with dealing with Russia, their cryptocurrency industries are rapidly growing. And guess what's going to rapidly grow? SCOP, the crypto I'm showing you right here. The company headquarters is coming out of Minsk, Belarus, as the president orders all the banks and the payment systems to go crypto, and just happens to be a company called Scopuly, that operates out of Minsk, Belarus. Crypto Hulk, that's just a coincidence. This crypto has nothing to do with what you're talking about. I'm just like, are you that fucking stupid? Wow. Okay, let's keep going. I can't help dumb people, all right? Links have been traced back to the shuttered Russian exchange Garantex, with Kyrgyz platforms appearing to operate like shell companies, according to a report from blockchain intelligence firm TRM Labs. With a 2022 law encouraged growth, volumes reaching 4.2 billion by mid-2024, as seen as driven by demand from Russian users, not locals. The European Union has imposed sweeping sanctions on Belarus since the disputed 2020 elections, citing systemic repression and rights abuses under Lukashenko's rule. Well, we are seeing this right here. The sanctions are extended. The punishments against Minsk, Belarus are extended until February of 2026. So just a little after next year, the sanctions and punishments will be over. Isn't that just about a good time to set off some crypto? It seems almost, again, like all this stuff, a lot of this news now just seems to be like something's going on January, February of 26. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing. Let me check some comments, and then we'll go over some more evidence. Okay. Now let's look at when did Russia. Now I'm going to show you a Crypto Hulk exclusive. Nobody on the internet knows about this except you. Let's look. Crypto Hulk, where did this all start? Well, let's look at this article right here that only Crypto Hulk has. It's called Z Payment. You can see it right here. It's an original copy of the website. Z Payment, Payment Acceptance and Processing System. Now, we can look through this, but if we look over to the left, it shows news. The date is January 9th, 2014. That's 11 years ago. What does it say? Well, looky here. It calls Ripple Gateway. Well, how do we know it's the how do we know it's the same crypto as Ripple, Crypto Hulk? Well, if you fucking read this, you'll see, dumbass. We are pleased to announce that the first ruble gateway, they already have a digital ruble, everybody. I've been telling you this for 3 years now. We are pleased to announce, they're talking about a Ripple gateway, by the way. They're talking about a Ripple gateway. And the only thing that goes through a Ripple gateway is digital cryptocurrencies. So, yeah. We look here. The Ripple system has been launched. Oh, shit. Really? Yeah, that's what it's saying here. We are pleased to announce that the first ruble gateway, this is cryptocurrency, everybody. You're seeing it here first on Crypto Hulk Show. System has been launched, with which you can withdraw XRP. Look, for people that are slow, they're talking about a Ripple gateway. Then they start talking about the ruble. Then they're talking about XRP. They're talking about cryptocurrencies. They're not talking about fiat. I'm sorry if you don't believe it, it's true. You don't have to believe it, but just know that you'll be on the wrong side of history. XRP, as well as the start, I need my glasses, using this new decentralized technology. Everybody look. If you read that news right there, it's very clear. Ripple joined Russia in 2014 with a new decentralized payment system. They're talking about moving a ruble and XRP. You don't move a crypto and a non-crypto on the same system. That shit doesn't happen. That's not reality. So, Russia and Ripple have been working together for all these years. It's pretty clear if you read this. The evidence, unless I Photoshop this all up and it's totally fake, which you know it's not. This is so amazing what you're able to see on Crypto Hulk Show. This is the evidence right here. And if you read the other things, this is a total payment crypto site. Now, if you go to my next video, let me show you right here. Here's where you can read about this Z payment system. Let me show you here. Now, remember, we're going over all this because Ripple and Stellar and XDC, they all work together. I read to you how the president of Belarus is talking about how they're going to set off cryptocurrency. It's on the Stellar system, the SCOP crypto, okay? He didn't say he's going to use it, but common sense will tell you if the crypto's out of Minsk, Belarus, and the president of Belarus, who is in Minsk, is telling people to use the banks are going to use the crypto, pretty good chance a crypto that runs on Stellar that's in Minsk, Belarus, and the president, they're going to use it. Just saying. I know it's not located in Africa or Zimbabwe or someplace. if this crypto was located on like the North Pole where Santa Claus lives, then I could probably see it might not be used. But the fact that the president is ordering banks to use crypto, and Belarus just happens to have a city called Minsk, and inside Minsk, they happen to have a cryptocurrency company that runs on Stellar, which is one of the top 3 cryptos. I think it's pretty safe to say they're going to use it. Okay, I know. So we look at this Crypto Hulk video. Go to the 1 minute, 16 second mark. 1 minute, 16 second mark. Okay, what do we see? It says the Z payment acceptance and processing system has been operating since when? 2007? It's what it says. And provides us, the when did Bitcoin come about? 2008, in the late 2008, maybe early 2009. So wait a second, Crypto Hulk. This Z payments before Bitcoin? Is that a trick question? Okay, what the fuck do you think it says right here? Since Z payment 2007. Oh, look right here. Visual representation of our gateway in Ripple. Last edited by Ivlon. I'd like to know who this Ivlon person is in 2014. Now, let me press this button here. We got to the Z payment system. It says, we are pleased to announce that the first ruble gateway, I hope you're hearing me, to the Ripple system has been launched, with which you can enter or withdraw XRP units, as well as start using this new decentralized technology. You can find detailed instructions by following the link. Oh, isn't that something? Dear store owners, users, and customers, we are pleased to inform you that a new payment method from abroad has been activated. I wonder what that new payment system is. Yeah, interesting, huh? I'm just looking at the video here. So the Z payment system there talks about is a system of internal interest-free transfers. Interest-free. It means it doesn't cost any money to send money. That's what this new Z payment system is. And they're talking about a ruble gateway. It's a Ripple wallet address. Ripple is working with them. If you find, I show the address here. You could look it up on those forensic websites. It's a little R that represents Ripple, then a capital US and a lowercase R G Q, capital X. I mean, you got the thing. You can look it up right there on your own, and you'd be like, "Damn, Crypto Hulk, it's pretty amazing, isn't it?" Well, yes, it is. And I actually showed you a a Russian video last night. Let me click out of that one. Click out of that. Click out. We went over the Belarus banks. Let's click out of that. Now, what we have is an article I went over the other day. Let me show you the article real quick. Here's an article here. Here's the title. Putin advisor is accusing the United States of using crypto and gold to escape massive debt. This is very interesting, isn't it? I'm showing you, we're going to have an arms race, and it's not going to be for nuclear. It's going to be for crypto. This is what I'm predicting from what I see. An advisor to Russian President Vladimir Putin said that the United States is attempting to use crypto and gold to escape its massive debt. In a final press briefing at the Eastern Economic Forum in Russia, Deputy Chairman of the organizing committee of the forum and Putin advisor Anton Kabyakov said that the United States is trying to ease its debt burden at the expense of the world. The U.S. is now trying to rewrite the rules of gold and cryptocurrency markets, everybody. Remember, the size of their debt is $35 trillion. These two sectors, crypto and gold, are essentially alternatives to the traditional global currency system. Washington's actions in this area clearly highlight one of its main goals: to urgently address the declining trust in the dollar. Now, I'll tell you what, I've got close to the same amount of gold and crypto. So there's no other person on social media that I'm aware of or that I hear about. For every $1 of gold, I've got about $1 crypto. I know guys that are whales. Well, they used to come on the show a lot. That have like $1 million in crypto and maybe 20, 30,000 in gold, 40,000, maybe 50 at the most. And I'm like, damn, you know what my ratio is? 1 to 1. So if I got 10,000 in crypto, I got 10,000 in gold. It's pretty close to 1 to 1. Now, I do remember a day when my crypto was like for every $1 crypto, I had $8 in gold. But as certain cryptos have gone up, so has the value of my crypto. So now I'm at 1 to 1 with gold. And eventually one day it'll go where I'll have, $20, $30, $40 in crypto to $1 in gold. But you hear what the Russian guy is saying, crypto and gold. The President Trump is working on utilizing cryptocurrency and gold. I'll bet you, look, we all know where this goes. Gold, good crypto will be backed by gold and tokenization. That's what the president's talking about, this Belarusian president. And now you got the finance minister guy talking about the same thing. He's now accusing the United States of utilizing crypto and gold and having some kind of a plan to flip the script. And what do we hear happened in Belarus just yesterday? That's what we talked about. He's urging the banks now to go with cryptocurrency. I'm telling you, man, this thing is heating up. We know we're having a debt crisis in the country. Russian state media reported that a state-owned weapons manufacturer was working on a ruble-backed stablecoin which would launch on the blockchain called Tron. Well. The Russians are getting into crypto, it shows here. Russia banned crypto payments in 2022. The Belarus president just announced they're going to have crypto payments. He's going to order the banks to have them. Isn't that interesting? Well. So there you go with that particular article. I was very shocked at that. Let me see what your guys' thoughts are on this. Oil and clap. Send me XRP. Hope the debt plan works, or it's going to be Mad Max beyond Mongerdome. The money and not stress. Let's go to the next article here. Let me click out of this one. Let me take a look. $65. All right, next one. Let's look at the evidence here. We're going to briefly talk about Belarus, okay? This is the evidence that I found, so I kind of forgot to go over this. Yes, there are, let's look here. Belarus has been crypto-friendly since legalizing such activities in 2017 via Decree Number 8, which allows High-Tech Park, which is HTP residents, to issue tokens and conduct crypto operations. This fostered a hub with over 300 crypto-related businesses, many focused on tokenization and digital assets for retail users. Below, I'll highlight key examples based on available data. Now, they had a crypto called ABBC coin. I looked that one up, and right now it's on MEXC. It's also out of Minsk, Belarus. Now, what's interesting, this is what's interesting. This ABBC coin, which also came out of Minsk, Belarus, is now being shut down. All of a sudden, the last day or two, just when the president of Belarus made that announcement that they're going to go crypto, all of a sudden the ABBC crypto gets, it's being delisted right now on MEXC. I believe that's the only place that crypto is sold. And all of a sudden, see what I'm thinking now, I'm just telling you what I think is going on. I think there was all this competition for the Belarusian government. And when they decided they're going to go crypto, they're shutting down all the dumb shit projects like ABBC. That's what I think. The government allowed all this stuff to happen, but now the government wants the people to utilize the crypto to avoid U.S. sanctions. I think they knew that ABBC crypto was garbage and they got rid of it. Because all of a sudden now, just happens all of a sudden now, they're starting to delist it on the exchanges that carry it. That's very interesting. There is another crypto company in Minsk. It's called currency.com. It's a company that specializes in tokenizing assets. What currency.com does is it's like a trading site. And they create cryptos for different companies. Belarus Bank, as the largest bank in Belarus, Belarus Bank has been authorized to issue tokenized offerings and is launching crypto exchange services for retail customers. amid President Lukashenko's September 2025 orders for banks to expand crypto and tokenization. Wow, so the head bank there is doing that. Lobster and Scopuly. These are blockchain companies tied to the Stellar Network, a retail-oriented crypto for cross-border payments. Lobster was founded in 2014. Scopuly, that was founded in 2017. Both, listen to this. Belarus has something called HTP. It's kind of like how you get licensed. It's like a licensing agency. You cannot operate unless you work with the HTP of Minsk, Belarus. Currently, right now, there's 13 companies that have licenses and they're under HTP regulations. You got IMEX Global is one of them, and some others. The National Bank of Belarus is leading the digital ruble. It's a retail CBDC, and it's they say it's going to launch late in 2026. Who knows? I'll tell you about time frames. I don't believe any of these time frames. I'll see it when I see it. They're looking to build retail-focused tokens. Well, we know what crypto they're going to probably go on in the Stellar Network. We know that. Let me look. I'm looking through this. I'm cherry picking. So Scopuly is a Stellar-based decentralized finance wallet and exchange. It has a native token called SCOP, S-C-O-P, which is explicitly designed for retail use. SCOP is an access, governance, and liquidity token that rewards users, holders, traders, liquidity providers, and ambassadors, and provides access to special services like the Scopuly card. It's a discounted fiat exchange fees, etc. Scopuly has a fixed supply of 10 billion tokens issued in 2019. SCOP tokens are periodically burned to reduce circulation, enhancing value for holders. SCOP is traded on the Stellar Decentralized Network and can be purchased through various Stellar-compatible wallets and platforms. Now, you can stake it. 500 SCOP. So if you have 500 SCOP, then you get 10% ABY daily staking rewards. That's pretty good. Yeah, you can go to Stellar X, Lumen Swap, Interstellar, Stellar Port to buy this crypto. Okay, so both Scopuly and Lobster operate within, hold on. They operate within Belarus's high-tech park, that's HTP, benefiting from the country's crypto-friendly regulations since 2017. This aligns with Belarus's recent push for the country's banks to adopt tokenization and crypto services, potentially increasing retail token offerings. So they have an actual Scopuly card, like a card. Let me just look through here. Okay. Scopuly was co-founded by brothers Yuldazimir, Uladzimir, which his name is Vladimir Parman and Alexander Parman, who lead a team of Eastern European developers and marketers with backgrounds in blockchain software, digital marketing. It lists the 5 or 6 people. Whoa. Well, about 10 people are involved in this project that started it, like founders. Scopuly integrates deeply with the Stellar ecosystem. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Stellar work with Ukraine? Can somebody get back to me on it? Wasn't Stellar involved with when Ukraine started getting, in that problem with Russia? Didn't Stellar go into Ukraine and help hook them up and send money and all that? I'm almost positive they did. So it's interesting how Stellar is working with the Ukraine, which is kind of like at odds with Belarus, because I think, isn't Russia trying to get Belarus or something like that? But let me continue the deep dive. Scopuly integrates deeply within the Stellar ecosystem and has indirect ties through Stellar's partnerships, direct integration, including trading on Stellar-based platforms. Stellar Development Foundation is integrated with this project. Core blockchain partner Scopia. They're known as a core blockchain partner. Scopuly is built on Stellar and has applied for Stellar Development Foundation grants. It's number 38, SCF number 38. Visa and Circle are also mixed up with Scopuly. Visa and Circle, fintech partners via Stellar for stablecoin access and payments in emerging markets. USDC integration. IBM is involved in this project. Oh, Crypto Hulk. Is this code for this is a good crypto? Hold on to it. I can't answer that one. But listen to the partnerships. You'll have to decide for yourself. IBM, again, has something called WorldWire. This project is a part of IBM WorldWire. Blockchain payment solution platform. Guess what? Wait, isn't Stellar hooked up with IBM? Yes, they are. Let's look at the evidence right here. Stellar is indeed hooked up with IBM. It's called a project Hyperledger. Let's look right here. Hyperledger. So Stellar's involved with Hyperledger that we know of. There's probably other projects that we don't know of. So there's your evidence that Stellar is hooked up with IBM. And right here you have Scopuly hooked up with IBM as well. This program's called WorldWire. Very interesting. Oh, looky right here. Deloitte is mixed up with Scopuly. That's a Ripple partner. Let's look at the evidence right here. Here is a Deloitte page. Here's a Deloitte page. And look who's on the cover of Deloitte. Deloitte is like a massive, I think it's an accounting, they verify shit that's on chain and stuff. Right there. There's your article. What does the article say? Deloitte Digital Case Study, Ignite Innovation. And what are they talking about? Deloitte showcases integration of Ripple. Oh, shit. So I'm telling you what, Scopuly is integrated with Stellar Development Foundation. Stellar's giving Scopuly money. Scopuly's hooked up with IBM in a project called WorldWire. So is Stellar. Stellar's linked in with Hyperledger. Deloitte, which is a Ripple partner that integrated Ripple technology, is a partner here. Deloitte is mixed up with payment and banking integrations for Scopuly. So now we have a Ripple and Stellar integration. It's the world's greatest secret, Crypto Hulk. Verify everything that I say. I don't know when this crypto takes off. We're still early. Remember, you got this crypto just started off. This crypto is starting off because Belarus, the country, is giving it the green light for retail. This is a retail crypto. What did the president just say? He wants retail cryptos to take off. This is what the fuck it is. It's a retail crypto out of Minsk, Belarus. It's linked up with Stellar, Visa Circle, IBM, Deloitte. Guess we're going next here. Wang Zhang Blockchain Group. That's the Chinese, everybody. I'm going to show you an article here about Wang Zhang. Guess who's also involved in the Wang Zhang group? Vitalik Buterin. Oh, shit. That's Ethereum, Crypto Hulk. Thanks for letting me know. I did not know that at all, honestly. Look right here at the title of this. Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin has ties to SEC darling Prometheum. Well, look right here. It began when Feng Zhao, then CEO of who? Wang Zhang Blockchain Labs, became Vitalik Buterin's friend. This is in 2015, everybody. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. The connection between Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin and Wang Zhang Blockchain Labs. Oh, my God. Oh, looky right here. Crypto Twitter is in shock that Vitalik Buterin was the chief scientist for Wang Zhang Labs. Crypto Hulk, how the hell you find all this shit? Look right here. Who's involved with Scopuly? Wang Zhang Group. That's Vitalik Buterin. We used to be the chief scientist there. It's probably a good belief that this project has incorporated Ethereum because their only partners are with Wang Zhang Lab. That's not a big deal, Crypto Hulk. Now, there was a conference. If you look at this article with Vitalik Buterin, there was a conference way back in the day, and the crypto people were meeting up. Let's take a looky here. Wang Zhang Labs is a nonprofit China-based research. Oh, I bet you it's a research institution, all right. And you got Vitalik Buterin right in there. He became the chief scientist. That's very interesting. And let me... Now, yeah, I'll leave this one alone. What happened, I won't get into this too much, but Wang Zhang Labs hooked up with an American company called Prometheum. Gary Gensler gave Prometheum like the first license for crypto. Out of all the other companies that have tried to get crypto licenses, Gary Gensler gives one to Prometheum, which is a Chinese company. And I'm like, wow, really? It's right here. When all these American companies, and Prometheum claims to be American, but they have Chinese ties. And Prometheum got busted, so they tried to make it look like they weren't Chinese, but everybody knew they were. And Gary Gensler gives them a license. The first one to ever get one. I was just like shocked. I knew that Gary Gensler was horseshit the day he got hired. But let me continue, see if there's any more news. Oh, they're also, okay, Scopuly, let me show you this right here. Scopuly, you guys are not going to believe this. Scopuly out of Minsk, Belarus is partners with Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation. You guys, are you hearing this? Holler if you hear me. I can only show you so many connections, okay? This is so massive. You've got Scopuly out of Russian kind of controlled Minsk, Belarus. This crypto company that comes out of the capital is a partner of the Ukraine Ministry of Digital Transformation. Let me ask you a question. When the war is going on and Stellar, quote, Stellar goes into Ukraine, guess what? Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation has a partner via Stellar. And they're working with this company called Scopuly. Scopuly is in with the Ukrainian government, everybody. Here's the evidence right here. It lists partnerships of Scopuly, and then it lists Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation. Then it says partner for virtual assets via Stellar. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. I'm telling you what. We found it. Now, don't go busting a nut right now. Scopuly participates in the Stellar Community Fund. It's a grant program. That means Stellar gives them money. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. This is fucking gold. You just gave us gold, Crypto Hulk. It's a grant program from the Stellar Development Foundation. In August, which is last month of 2025, it passed the pre-screening. Scopuly passed the pre-screening for Stellar for the grant number 38. So Stellar Community Fund, the SCF number 38, if you look that up, Scopuly's right there. Stellar is right in there, everybody. I'm showing you a crypto that's going to take over in Belarus. And it's real cheap right now. I think it's like a penny, 1.5 cents or something. I'm just showing you. So yeah, this Scopuly is hooked up with the High Tech Park, the business organization for the Belarus government. It's linked in with Stellar, IBM, Wang Zhang, which is massive, Deloitte, Ripple Partner, IBM, Stellar, Visa, Circle. This is something else. Come and get it. Not going to be this price forever. We are at the 1 hour mark, everybody. I'm sorry, the party's over. Thanks for this nugget, Hulk. XRP Shaman says, Stellar is a shit token. Don't tell anybody. Let's take a look at the comments here. I think we're just about done. Mr. OG says, like Hulk says, if you can't figure out how to donate, crypto is not for you. I could be wrong. I know, but cannot. He can, we can. talking about we can't. Are you trying to leave secret messages like a secret squirrel? So I'll tell you what. The Russian guy, or whatever he is, I don't know if he's Russian. I can't understand what the fuck he's saying. My name is Dmitry. Now, he didn't say it that clear. He speaks in some kind of dialect or language. I don't know what the fuck. And I know that he said something about his cousin's brothers, somebody working for the ministry of something or other. I'm confused whatever this dude was saying. But I said, Dmitry, I was trying to be nice. I'm like, this motherfucker, is he high or something? So I was writing down shit that he said. He's like, you must write down. Yeah, I'll take notes because I sure as don't fuck understand what you're saying. So I wrote down on my notepad here. I got it. The shit he was telling me, and I looked it up, and there you go. So this motherfucker must know what he's talking about because I checked out everything, and this goes up to the Ukraine government. Definitely the Ukraine government's involved in this. And you got the Belarusian government, the High Park or HTP or whatever the fuck it was. It's registered. Stellar's giving them money. Visa Circle, Deloitte. Fucking Wang Zhang is mixed up. This is, this is a very interesting one. So if you got any more information, Dmitry, it's okay to hook a guy up, you know? Feel free to call me again. For any more news, any more crypto hints, let me know. Okay. I think that'll be a wrap. As always, Cat Ray says, as always, great show, Crypto Hulk, and thank you again, Mr. OG and Crypto She-Hulk, for your hard work and hustle. Darren Johnson says, Hulk, you've outdone yourself this time. Great research. Look, I'm just trying to show you guys facts, okay? So go look up everything I said. That's why sometimes I spell shit out for you so you can write it and find it and stuff. And you'll say, damn, everything on that was real. So I had to do my own research. I'm not doing any copy-paste shit because then Crypto Hulk never gets credit for shit that he discovers outside of this channel. So I'm not showing you my sources on this and how I got it. But you can verify it yourself with the information. Just write shit down that I said, go do searches on it, and bam, and the shit will pop up, okay? Some articles I've been showing you for years, I showed as obviously earlier. I put up articles for you. But there you have it. Seems pretty legit to me. I checked it out. And whatever that motherfucker told me, I checked it out and I found more. Like he gave me information. And then when I checked it out, I found a whole lot of information he didn't even tell me. Because I research and I deep dive. And to me, this one looks pretty dang good. So this one's a keeper for Crypto Hulk. I'm kind of shocked. I thought he was some drunk Russian guy talking about a bunch of shit because he was bored and he wanted to talk to Crypto Hulk or something. I don't know. At first, I'm like, this dude don't sound right. First, but I realized he was foreign in his voice. And so anyhow, it was good. It was good information. It was a good show. And I'll see you on my next one.